Hello, ladies and gents, boys and girls, people of all ages, sexualities, and identities, and welcome back to another Doctor Who review. Today's Doctor Who review is none other than Excelis. What is Excelis about, you may ask? Well, it's about an immortal, it's about a treasure, and most importantly, it's about a mountain somewhere in the world in which this man has found the power to live forever. But over the years, each incarnation of the Doctor starts to see how bitterly cruel he truly is. In the first half of the story of Excelis, Peter Davidson comes into contact with Katie Manning's Iris Wildheart, who has been mysteriously mislaid into a convent and has tried to stop all her bad habits and become a better person. Peter Davidson's doctor doesn't quite believe this, and so he finds himself at odds to believe anything she has to say. Meanwhile, the Doctor seems to have come in the company of a warrior who seems to want to find this hidden treasure. Little do they know that the consequences of finding this treasure will affect this man's life forever. Once the treasure is discovered, it is discovered that it is none other than a handbag. Now, yep, I get it. You're most probably laughing, but the point behind this handbag is it's Irish Wildheart's handbag, and as she is a time lady, she seems to have mislaid it at some point, and now its power has gone beyond what could have possibly been imagined. The greed of the nuns and this warrior man really start to strive and start to become obvious. As they long for this handbag, the Doctor and Iris Wildheart completely baffled by this, but soon they realise why. The handbag seems to be granting whoever claims it immortality, but at a cost. Thousands of years later, the Sixth Doctor arrives back on Excelis and discovers that the old monastery has been turned into an art collection. And to his inquiring mind, he finds himself trying to help a soul who's been locked in after trying to make a robbery. Upon doing this, he becomes aware of the discovery of a police officer who seem very familiar to him. It turns out that this is the same man he met thousands of years ago, just in a different job description. The man is after the handbag again, and will do anything in his power to get it, even kill anyone who gets in his way. The Doctor can't allow this, and of course, he tries to devise a plan to stop him once and for all. They manage to stop him, but of course this is not the end. And so, the Doctor hopes that he will never bump into the man again. Now in his seventh life, played by Sylvester McCoy, the seventh Doctor returns back to Excelis, but something's wrong. There's politics involved, there's a dictatorship, and most importantly at the helm is the man that he feared most of all would come to power. It seems this man has destroyed a war and has created absolute chaos with his dictatorship, taking the young souls to fight as soldiers in an endless war that will never end, destroying council members so that he cannot be opposed. The Doctor searches for many ways to destroy this man, and of course, there is but one. The Doctor realises that this is all his fault, and of course, he should never have let him have the relic in the first place. So what did I think of Excelis as a story, as a collection? I thought it was very good. I like the idea of how greed and power can really turn someone's head. And especially I like the idea that the man who becomes obsessed with his power and his immortality is also driven mainly on the fact that him and the nun have become one. Their voices entwined in each other's head, all two minds, one body. And this drives him even more mad. And I also like that every time that the Doctor turns up, because obviously the Doctor being time sensitive, This causes the immortal to really start to become more frantic and more ill. For that reason, I give Excelis a solid 9 out of 10. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in another Doctor Who review. Until then, goodbye, and allons-y.